John Harters, before I get into the topic of the day, reminder this Wednesday, March 4th, I sent you guys a podcast yesterday, the DOAC, Diary of a CEO podcast. It was incredible. The Uber CEO, Dara, who's done some incredible things with Uber over the last few years, takes a deep dive into everything Uber and everything uh, about leadership and being who he is during the worst times at Uber. Bunch of messages, a lot of great takeaways. Listen to it. I'm going to dissect it, take a deep dive on certain things that I feel like was really helpful for me, for you, for everybody. So definitely join me on Wednesday, March 4th, from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. I'll do it on Zoom, so all of you guys can attend. All right. Today's topic, the local authority thing for me is a big deal. I want to make sure that each and every single one of you guys understand the meaning of hyperlocal, right? You need to make sure that where you live, where you practice, the areas that you really want to dominate, you become the local authority. And in order for you to become the local authority, you got to understand digital presence, right? We've talked about this so many times. But instead of just telling you to do it, I want to show you how to do it, right? And one of the ways to do it is obviously establish presence on and speak about it on your website. And your website obviously is built to handle as much content as you're willing to give it. Okay, so definitely did some research this morning. I Before I even start any of these, I always look into how to do a better job, right? So I checked Claude, I checked Gemini, I checked obviously ChatGPT, and I also um, added a bunch of your websites. And I said, okay, what do my agents need to do in order for them to establish local presence? And the message and the response was overwhelming, and it was basically the same, right? They all said it's not about sales, it's about authority and understanding neighborhoods. So it's not enough just to sell a home in the neighborhood. You've got to tell these engines that you understand the neighborhood. You understand the people in the neighborhood. You understand landmarks. You understand numbers. You understand local presence. You understand restaurants. You understand parks. You understand businesses, right? You understand everything that's going on in your community. So what I'd like for you to do is I'd like for you to make a decision. The 30 blog thing, by the way, yeah, as much as you think it's overwhelming and it's a lot, it's not. Especially now, the way we built Swarm and your blog, it takes a couple minutes just to write up a blog. And what I love about this decision is it gets you to think, right? What is that I want to talk about today? And my recommendation, do it first thing in the morning, right? Um, Bite the head of the frog first thing in the morning. Why? Because you get it out of the way. And it's easy, with your cup of coffee, right? Make sure that, as you're drinking, you're sipping your cup, just go into, go into your calendar, see exactly what you've scheduled for today, and then blog about that, right? So my recommendation is always 30 blogs a month. 20 of the 30 is easy because you make a decision on zip codes, right? How many zip codes do you want to dominate? And typically, you want to choose about 20. Certain cities, for example, have multiple zip codes. Like Glendale, I think has like 6 or 7 zip codes. Burbank has plenty. So definitely pick about 20 zip codes. And every single morning when you get up, try to blog on that particular zip code. So on that day every month, you blog about that zip code. So set yourself a recurring task for the next 12 months for that zip code. And I'll show you in a second how easy that is to do as well. The second thing I would definitely make a decision on is local partnerships, right? Professionals that you do business with. You're not just a real estate agent, you're someone who's connecting the community together, right? That's what you want to say, right? The stronger your network, the stronger your brand, right? Every professional you have on your I trust them page. Please make sure that you're not just giving them a review, but you're helping them with visibility, right? Every introduction you make matters in your business, and introducing them to the community gives you real authority. So the goal is simple. I think I would highlight them, I would promote them. We call it social capital, right? You want to become that hub. So every single architect, designer, cleaning service, um, CPA, contractor, whoever that you have in your network, attorney, whoever you have in your network on your I trust them page, why not write a blog and then make sure that it's city specific. So something like create a 500 word, and I'll in the description in the YouTube video, I'll go ahead and I'll give you guys example prompts. Okay, so I'll write those out as well. Create a 500 word SEO friendly blog that introduces, let's say, Jim the plumber. I recommend him in Glendale, Burbank, La Crescenta, Tahunga, et cetera, et cetera. Focus on the value of having trusted local real estate professionals before problems arise, right? This is part of your prompt. Include, for example, how working with experienced vendors help my clients move faster, make confident decisions, protect their investment, and win, right? So definitely each and every single one of your vendors on your I trust them page should get a different blog, and set a goal, 3 or 4 a month, and then distribute it, right? As we talk about distribution all the time, right? Distribute it to Google, distribute it to your Google My Business page, you distribute it to Instagram, and then every now and then, if you really feel like you want to create more traffic on your website, possibly send out an email to your entire database. Okay. Local markets we talked about. Let me show you real quick how easy that is, and I know how to do this because I've explained this to you plenty of times in the past, but I really want you to do this consistently. So let me just do it one more time. So I'm going to go to Monet real quick, right? And then I'll go to new post, and then I'll go to market update, and I'll choose one of these. Okay, so I'm gonna choose this one right here, and then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna click on the pre-fill, and I'm gonna put in single family. Don't mix them up. Don't put in townhomes, single family, because it's gonna skew the numbers. Don't do that. So I'm gonna put in 91202, and then I'll put in for January. And then California, and then fetch the data. It fetched the data. I'm going to generate it, and then I'm going to download. Okay. So as soon as I download that, it's in my downloads now. And then I'll go to blog post. I'll put an add new. Um, and as soon as I do that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy and paste my my prompt here that I prepared for you, that I'll include in the description. So you see this AI button here? Click on that. All right, write a 500 word SEO friendly real estate market blog about 91202, include current trends. And then what I'll do is I'll take off web search and I'll use image. Okay. And then here is the image. Okay. And I'll click on generate. And then it won't take a few minutes or a few seconds, excuse me, to write the blog. What it will do, and I see when you guys write these blogs, they're a little sloppy. Okay. So what this does is it organizes the blog so it looks really nice. Okay. So it even says February 2026 real estate market update 91202, yada yada. And then if you want at the end, make sure that you put in something like a CTA, contact me for more details or whatever it is. Or you can use that in the prompt as well. Okay. You want to go from draft to publish. You want to assign a category. So the category that I'm going to assign to this is market updates. And then I can say the tag, I can say 91202, and then maybe a buyer tag or a buy tag or whatever have you. Okay. And then I'm going to click on the featured image here. And then I'm going to click on drop file. I'll go ahead and do this, click that on, and I'll select it. And as soon as I select it, it'll be up. And then save post, and then live view, and voila, you see it right there, right? Really nice. So it doesn't take that long to write uh, this blog as well. So the next one that I really want you guys to focus on, and is a recommendation by especially ChatGPT and Gemini, is your neighborhood deep dives. This is where I think emotional connections have really happened. And think about this, right? Focus on parks, schools, restaurants. One main tip: link, 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 and more links, right? Because the more links you do, the more you're creating the back and forth, right? So coffee shops, community events, walkability scores, safety, local businesses. Think about your website as information for that community or for that city, right? What about shopping? Is there good entertainment? You want to build familiarity, right? You want to build trust. You want to make sure that that trust uh, goes a long way, and the only way you're going to be able to do that is if you actually are consistent with that city and all the things. And again, I can't stress the importance of links enough. Okay, make sure that you keep backlinking certain things, and when you're writing your prompt, uh, say that in there, right? Write a 500 word SEO friendly blog, including links, right? Including backlinks about lifestyle and community, right? In the city of Palmdale. Okay, highlight parks, schools, local landmarks, or anything unique for families, right? Young professionals and investors. I'll include that in the description, the prompt in the description. And then with the landmarks and the local identity thing, you really, really want to have that be part of your routine, right? Are there historic buildings in the area that you live or that you want to dominate? Are there famous streets, right? Are there local libraries that are still around? How about museums, right? Are there cultural centers? What about entertainment districts, right? Is there specific architecture? Is there something that people visit or a place that people visit all the time? Write about it, right? Keep consistent with landmarks and keep mentioning certain things in that city, and then cross-pollinate, right? What you can do is you can cross between restaurants that are nearby landmarks that are nearby restaurants. Just get creative with it. Okay, it's pretty simple to do. It's very easy. And one of the things that you will do is you will establish yourself as the local authority, and that's what we want, because that's what these engines want. The only way you're going to get more traffic is if you give these engines relevant information, right? You want to be known as that person that knows your community, that knows your area, that knows the city, not just sells there, right? That's not what they're only looking for. They're looking for other things as well. So definitely, um, definitely put yourself a calendar, a blogging calendar. Make yourself a blogging calendar. 30 blogs a day isn't that difficult, guys. It's not. It doesn't give you. It's not the. It's not. It's You're not going to get traffic immediately. It does take a few months, but it's better to start now and in a few months really benefit from all the hard work that you put in rather than just regret not ever starting. Cheers.